Yo, what's up, family? What's up, friends? OG Larry tapping in. Just want to come and check in with my viewers and my subscribers, and just to give y'all a little bit of information, because if you're watching this video, then you're interested in the stock market. You're either interested in trading, you're interested in day trading, you're interested in making some money, or you're interested in investing, trying to create some wealth, some generational wealth for your family. Whatever your goal is in the market, is something here for you. And whatever you're looking for, there's somebody here that's going to try to sell it to you, or try to give it to you, or try to offer it to you. But I'm here to tell you, you have to do your own research. No matter if it's me, or if it's Chris Sane, or Keenan Grace, or Zip Trader, or Stock with Josh, or Meet Kevin, or any of the other famous YouTubers. I'm just an ordinary OG that trades a small account and tries to make a lot of money. Sometimes I make a lot of money, sometimes I lose. I'm still working on the process, working on myself, working on the psychology that it takes to be successful in the market. And longevity, I've been here for 5 years. 5 years, that's amazing to me, through all the losses, through all the ups, all the downs, and I didn't quit. I didn't quit because I was persistent and I wanted to learn how to navigate the stock market. And I ended up learning how to navigate the stock market. I was profitable in the stock market most of last year. And in the end of the year, I got cocky, got arrogant, and I didn't respect the market, and it humbled me. And I took some losses, and I had to gather myself. I had to study. I had to learn. I had to work on me so that I could be able to understand and navigate all that the market was going to throw at you. The ups, the downs, to buying a stock, and as soon as you buy it, the price drops and you see your value go down. And if anybody's ever traded, they've experienced that. As soon as you enter a trade, the price drops straight down on your market. And it's a trick to that. It's a trick to everything that goes on in this market, because what's old is new and what's new is old. Nothing is happening to you or to me that hasn't happened to somebody else. So I study the past. I study operators, stock operators of days gone by, to figure out and try to learn what they did to become successful, because the same things that were happening to them in the stock market, and even though they were calling it ticker tape and we call it charts and candles and all that, it's still the same thing. The same principles still apply. You have to be patient, or the stock market will smack you right straight down. It doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your bills that have to be paid, doesn't care about anything other than taking money that you've worked hard to earn and invest or whatever, because with any investing and trading, you're taking risks. So when you take them risks, you have to take educated risks, and you have to do research. You have to do your own homework to make sure that no matter who tells you this stock is hot or this stock is going to be good, you need to know for yourself. And you need to check that last video and check those 3 numbers: price to equity, PE ratio, price to earnings, and debt to equity. Those 3 numbers will help you be secure in your acquisitions in the stock market, whether it's long term and then sometimes even in the short term, if you know what a stock is going to do, if you know the behavior of the stock, if you know the behavior of the market. That's why they say time in the market is way more important than time in the market. And when time in the market, as far as time in the market goes, I'm going to give you a gem to put in your pocket. If you're thinking about trading, if you're thinking about investing, whatever you're thinking about, the markets are at all-time highs. And you're going to have people pumping up all kind of stocks out there to you, trying to tell you this, trying to tell you that, buy this, buy that. But at the end of the day, you want to buy companies that are undervalued. And if you have a stock market pullback, or if you have a stock market crash, that's when you want to have your money together, because that's when you can go shopping in the stock market. That's when you can go buy stocks that are on sale, that are going to give you a low risk, high reward on your money. And that's the whole name of the game. It's not all buy low and sell high. Sometimes it's buy high and sell higher. You just got to know what the market is doing at any given point in time. Right now, markets at all-time highs. It's choppy. You have all kind of macroeconomic events happening, political wars, or gas prices up and down. You have all kind of things going on. So the markets are going to be volatile. So you got to look at things like the VIX that tells you, that gives you an indication whether there's fear in the market, whether there's greed in the market, whether the market might be subject to going up or down based on what other stocks are doing or what other indices are doing. So that all these things that you want to know and be familiar with before jumping into the markets. So, and I learned some of this stuff the hard way. And for me to be still here, not only required persistence and stick-to-itiveness, it required a lot of learning, and it still requires a lot of learning. You have to be willing to learn every day. You have to be willing to sit where I'm sitting, or not exactly where I'm sitting, but sit in a chair for hours a day, or sometimes for days on end, not without taking breaks or anything like that, but just being in the office and being in tune with what's going on in the market, knowing what's happening with the economic events, knowing what's happening with political events, things that can move the markets, things that can fluctuate prices in the market up and down on a daily basis. So you really want to know what price action is doing. You want to know what the trend is doing. You want to know more than what I'm telling you, what somebody else is telling you. And the only way to get that is to do your own research. You can ask Chat GPT or Gemini, Google. There's all Yahoo Finance. There's just Tip Ranks. There's just so many different places. You can go on any brokerage firm and get a ton of information that you need to do research on any stock that you're thinking about buying. So that's just to let you know that there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market this year. The market's at all-time high. Be prepared for all the fear that is going to be thrown at you, talking about the market's going to do this, it's going to crash. We might have a pullback. The market very well might crash. Who knows? But it's better to be prepared than surprised. So if it does crash, if it does pull back, you don't panic sell. You don't get scared and sell your stocks at a loss and all this because everybody is screaming and there's blood in the streets. So you want to be careful. You want to be prepared so you won't be surprised when the downtrend does come, when everybody's hollering crash, 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 whatever. Stack your cash, stack $1, stack $2, whatever, and put it in a good company, undervalued, and get ready to make a lot of money in the long term. Just wanted to tap in and give you a few extra little tidbits, a few kibbles. If you find any value in this, hit that like, hit that subscribe, help me get this video to 1,000 likes.